Maybe you don't know that your mindset and your belief system, the way they are conditioned, you will always felt everything in the same way. So if you are feeling that your environment are not good and negative, it is not necessarily mean that you have bad surrounding. It's definitely possible that your mindset are conditioned in the way that you make everything around yourself negative. Whether in relationship, in financial aspect, everywhere. It does not necessarily indicate that your surroundings are always bad. Sometimes your habits, your conditioning can also impact your surrounding. Because if you have bad conditioning, the same world will be heaven for someone and hell for another person. So if you felt that you have some bad conditioning or belief, then you definitely have to take a step to improve them. Because if you don't improve them, it will become more and more strong in the future. So it is very important to improve that bad conditioning that maybe you inherit from your parents or someone others. So if you want to improve them, then watch this video. Here are some examples of belief system. Like, remember, when we are kids, we believe everything that we hear from our elders, like things about Santa Claus. Yes, we believe it. Almost everyone believes that Santa Claus is real. But as we grow, our conditioning changes. Others like superstitious beliefs, like don't do this, don't do that, things like that. Conditioning like social assumptions that if we are liked by everyone around us, then we are good, else we are bad. It's not true. If nobody likes us, it is not necessarily means that you are not good person. Because if you are really a good person, then it will show others itself. You don't have to change yourself and feel depressed because nobody likes you. So it is very important to improve your conditioning. Because if you really want to improve your hell-like world into a heaven, then you have to improve your conditioning. Because lots of time it's a conditioning that makes everything negative and bad. So now I will going to share some tips that will improve your conditioning and decondition your mind. First, avoid negative influences. Yes, so never take advice and suggestion from people who always talk in negative terms. Yes, if you hang out with such people that thinks in negative terms, like always first thing in roast case scenario before starting something. So if you hang out with such people, you will also develop same conditioning, same mindset pattern, because this mindset will make you stuck in fear. You will never start anything before analyzing and overthinking. This mindset will keep you stuck in negativity. So if you are living in an environment that people around you talks in negative term, always judge others, then you will also develop that same mindset. Roasting others, criticizing without even any good reason, just to convince yourself that I am good. Second thing, be aware of your words, because words play a significant role in shaping your belief and mindset. Yes, because whatever you say unconsciously in your mind, whatever that thing is, whether it is negative or positive, it will literally going to shape your habits and mindset. If you are saying things like that I can't succeed, that I am don't able to do it, do that and do that, or things like that, that will decrement your self-esteem and makes you more inferior. If you say things like that, it will definitely going to affect your habits, because your mind will going to believe it true, even it is not. Your mind start believing them. Yes, so it is very important to be aware of your words. So always try to say yourself positive things that will make you more confident. Try to avoid saying things that force you to think yourself in negative way. Third, undo your bad conditioning. Even your environment is negative, however, it is always your mind makes your surrounding negative. Start listening talking and reading about positive things. Yes, if you start reading that force you to think in positive way, that bring up new idea in your psyche, in your thought process, and also try to talk in positive way. If you start listening to people that communicate in positive way, you will itself going to undo your bad conditioning. And so start listening, reading and talking in positive way. Try to listen that make you feel positive. Yes, or try to talk in positive way. Don't ever judge, complain about environment, because it pollute your psyche unconsciously. And if you are complaining, try to complain in positive way. That is not necessarily that his or her intention is bad. Sometimes it is your mind makes illusion. So these are the way that you can reprogram your mind and can remove your bad and negative conditioning, and you can put new positive habits, beliefs in your mind.